For the record, I really miss my old wig I had for this Glam Beetlejuice that I did for a photo shoot previously and previously for content in multiple variations, but I wanted to do a quick beginner friendly version for those who may want something nice and glammy for Beetlejuice simplified. If you want to see how I created this Beetlejuice glam simplified, keep on watching. Okay, so for the white base, I love using a concealer or like an eye primer to get a really nice flawless white. So I did grab this one from Amazon and I'm gonna pair it with the Easy Blur. I'm just gonna go in and blend that with the Beauty Blender, just when I thought I was naturally pale. Another reason why I like using the eyeshadow primers for a white base like this instead of like paints is because eyeshadow primers are more meant to be like a tough mattifying finish and they don't crease. Like I usually don't have an issue with these creasing. So it's really good so that it doesn't settle into my fine lines and it sits put for like hours. When I did my photo shoot, I did this technique and it lasted me hours while I was out. I had to drive all the way to Providence, Rhode Island, which is like 2 hours for me. And then to do the shoot and to drive 2 hours back, and my base was still flawless. So now going in with my usual routine of the Mayron color set, because with this you do definitely need to set it. Under the eyes, I'm just taking the back of the Beauty Blender. I'm tapping it to get the excess off, and then I'm just using it to set my under eye. Alright, so now going in, we're gonna do the eyes. Pulled out the ColourPop Fade into Hue palette because it has all the shades that I'm looking for in here. I'm gonna go in with this purple to start. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but I'm fine with that. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush with it. And then we're just gonna start building. We're gonna start building for a cut crease eyeshadow look. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of shimmer in this one. And I want this to be dramatic, so I'm buffing this all the way up to my brows. Okay, going in, this one is kind of a fluffy brush, but it does have a little bit of a flat angle to it. And I'm actually gonna go in with this purple right here. And I'm just gonna work that on the outer edge and into the crease. So I'm gonna keep it a little bit lower. I'm just trying to be very careful because purples aren't always like the best to work with. They tend to have a lot of fallout. And sometimes working with the pigments can be very difficult too. So now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape on the back of my hand, just a little bit. I'm gonna go and take a cut crease brush and I'm just going to do a cut crease. My normal, I look up and over, and this one, as you can see, is a little higher, but it's okay because I can fix that part. I'm so white, my camera can't even focus the exposure. So I am taking, you can see that the crease went up a little bit higher here, but I'm gonna take this brush right here. It's technically a nail art brush, but I love how thin that is. So I'm gonna take that with the darker purple that we used, this one. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that shadow on this. And we're taking just the point of it. And you're just gonna trace along where that cut crease is. A very light hand though. Like you need to definitely use a light hand for this. I've done this look 4 times now. I'm actually gonna use this green shimmer right here and with a cut crease brush. And just trace along where you put that cut crease. And then once you get to the end of that eye look, I'm gonna actually go in with this green right here. It's a shimmer, but it's a little darker. And I'm actually gonna take my finger and then start patting where the two colors meet with the purple. And then the same thing with this purple right here. Just a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna pat that right where the dark green is to where the dark purple is. That is very, very pretty. It's different than the eyes I did before for this look, but I like switching it up. So I ended up pulling out the ColourPop It's My Pleasure palette just to get some more mid-toned purples to be able to start buffing this out into the base a little bit. Little extraness. I like that little extraness right there. Take some of that purple with this brush that I used. I actually used this for my setting powder, but I'm gonna use it a little bit to do a purplish contour. And remember, this is costume makeup, so it's meant to be fun. It's not, you know, have fun with it. Experiment and just be patient. And then what I'm gonna do to achieve a little bit more of like a dramatic style, I'm gonna take some of that Mayron powder with the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna get a good chunk of it, and we're gonna bake with it like how you would with normal setting powder. Here we go. That is what we want. Helps keep it nice and clean. Next up on what I'm gonna do is make my brows green. I'm actually gonna do a separate tutorial of how I do this for like a Teaching Tuesday video, so I will tag it in the description below. All right, brows are complete. I'm going in to do my lip combo now. I kind of want to do a darker purple, so I'm going to take this mauve-y purple color and add a little bit of black lipstick to it. So that is the shade. I think it'll work well, especially with the eyes. Ooh, we got some crusty lips right now, so you know what we're gonna do? Gloss. Oh, I actually like how that came out. Okay, so now we're just gonna do lashes, which I of course picked my normal go-to dramatic fluffy cat eye TikTok lashes, which are gonna go perfect. And that is completed Glam Beetlejuice. It is such an easy last minute costume idea if you want something that's more unique. I say Glam one is usually the one that gets the most attention and people love. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.